Why are you so young? Film photography is a thing for old people like me.
I mean, is the red track?
So I made it to Tupper again and oh boy, it's raining! Love it! Okay, we have made it to the office once again and it's a bit of a slow week once again because people are having their holidays and all of that. This time actually quite kind of weird. I don't have a film camera with me at all. It's a bit rainy and cloudy outside today, so it's not that bright even. Let's see what we find here this time. Oh, here's the Camerarescue 5-year giveaway. So there's a Canon camera and there's a Olympus XA Rollei camera. That's actually really cool, that Rollei camera. I haven't seen those before. And some stickers, and then is that a Nikon F5? Yeah. Oh, and some new arrivals from FOMA. Some film and even large format film. And like usual for me, not everything goes according to plan. Yesterday I was out shooting some portrait on Mamma Mia and I used my tripod, and now I packed my tripod with me, and then I realized that the plate is still in the bottom of Mamma Mia. So I guess we're not using this tripod today. Okay, so I got a tripod that I could borrow, but this is just like define overkill. It's a small X-T3 on a software video tripod. Perfectly balanced. Okay, so I thought I could take this time to quickly answer some questions that we got on the Camerarescue Instagram, for example. Some questions that wouldn't really warrant a whole video for themselves, but some questions that are still so interesting that I really want to answer them. First question is a personal question for me, and it's that what is my favorite film camera and do I use it daily? I would say I have quite the collection of film cameras already. There is one camera that I tend to use almost daily actually. I wouldn't really consider it to be the perfect camera in any way. I wouldn't consider it to be my favorite camera, but it's a camera that I use every day because I think that it's good enough for that. That camera is actually nothing special. It's the Canon EOS 500, which is a really basic, stupid electronic SLR. It's super basic, and I use it with a Canon 50mm f1.8. But I use that combo mostly because it's very quick to use. The auto exposure actually works really good on it. It has a flash and it's really light and quite compact, so you can carry it with you to almost everywhere. I actually quite like it. I have kind of used it as a point and shoot mostly. Mostly when I go out with my friends, that's the camera I use. For some more artistic things and when I want to put more thought into my photography, I use the Mamiya C220 and medium format. How fast is the Noritsu scanner? Well, I actually covered this on the last video that I posted where we checked out how the lab works, but the Noritsu is fast. It scans the basic resolution in about under 2 minutes for a whole roll of 35, which is like crazy. And for the premium resolution, it's about 7 minutes, I would say. Why are you so young? Film photography is a thing for old people like me. If you didn't know, I'm just 18. I'm really young compared to most of the other people into this hobby. I have been a photographer on digital cameras for quite a long time, but I never got that physical, tactile feeling that film gives. I was born in 2002, so for most of my life that I can remember, I have lived in a time where digital cameras were the norm. The sensation of getting an actual physical picture is that it suddenly matters much more. I'm curious if there's a medium format SLR that shoots 6x9 or wider. Can't use a rangefinder for this. I don't think there actually is. I mean, is the red track? No, the red track is not an SLR. I mean, there's the Fuji GX680 that does 6x8. Okay, so because this week's video was kind of slow and nothing really happened, I decided to give you a little bit of a sneak peek for next week's video. And I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna do, but let's just say that it involves this bad boy. Because yes, Nico gave me his RZ to loan for the weekend. We're gonna take a look at some pictures next week and do something with them. So stick around for that next week. Wow. it was quite of a slow week this time, but next week we'll be back with a bang, I'm sure of it. And I'll see you next time, and see ya.